If you're experiencing any wrist pain or your wrists are just really tight and they kind of hurt, they don't go to like a deeper range of motion, then this routine is for you. I want to thank you all so much for stopping by and watching this video and giving this video a like and subscribing if you're new. I appreciate it, and that way it reaches so many more people so they can see this routine as well. You can use this wrist mobility routine pretty much every single day, either as a warm-up or as a separate mobility workout on its own. We're going to cover a couple things in the actual mobility workout. One is going to be wrist flexion, then wrist extension, also ulnar deviation and radial deviation. We have to cover those four things within first mobility part of the wrist workout, and then we're going to transfer into a strength part of the workout. Starting with the mobility portion of this routine, your palms are going to be flat on the floor with your fingertips spread, and you're going to do wrist rocks in every single one of these angles. So wrist rocks with your fingers facing towards you, wrist rocks with your fingers to the side, your fingers in your front, and then this one's a little more challenging, but the top of your hand's going to be on the floor, so work on this one over time, and then you're going to do a clutch fist and just kind of rock back and forth. Note that each single one of these wrist rocks will be one set by 10 to 12 reps, so each rock is a rep. Now we're going to transfer into the strengthening portion of this mobility routine. You're going to start off with wrist extensions. Note when you're doing these wrist extensions, your palms are flat on the floor, but what also is staying on the floor is your fingers and the balls of your hands. So all you're really doing is lifting up the bottom of your wrist here, or the bottom of your palm. Next, you're going to work on flexion. So this time we're going to do wrist push-ups. Your hands are going to be clenched into a fist, and you're going to basically roll them out so the tops of your hands are flat on the floor and your elbows are kind of sticking out to the side. The main goal here is to really keep your arms as straight as possible as you're going, especially all the way to the top. You don't want to cheat yourself. Again, this is going to be a little difficult at first. You might be like, this is way too tight on my wrist and I can't even move my arms to this position. Again, you have to give yourself grace and just move through your range of motion, but be consistent throughout these workouts, throughout these exercises. And lastly, to finish off the strengthening portion of this mobility routine, you're going to do radial and ulnar deviations. Again, that's where your wrist was coming forward and going backwards. So what I highly recommend you do is grab some type of broom, some type of stick. I got a bamboo stick here, and I'm basically going to keep my elbow by my side to start here, and I'm going to do an ulnar deviation where the stick is pointing towards the floor, but I'm holding on to that stick at the bottom. So the lower you hold on to whatever you have, either it's a broom or a stick, the harder it will be. The higher you hold on to it, the easier the exercise will be. Over time, really try to challenge yourself and hold whatever you have at the bottom. Next, we're going to do radial deviation. So grab the pole or whatever you have at the top and put it behind yourself, and then really try to reach that pole all the way to the back of your shoulder. So there you have it. There's a very basic mobility routine that you can do pretty much any day for your wrists. We started off with the mobility portion, and then we transferred in to the strength portion. I hope this was the video you were looking for, and if you want to see any other type of calisthenic videos that's been on your mind and you're like, I want to see something about that, comment below and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much. Much love. And again, I will see you in the next video. Peace.